Hello, my wonderful, amazing artists. It's me, Miss Abby, your art teacher. And today we are getting inspired by one of my favorite animals, which is the owl. And one of the cool things about the owl is that you can actually see them in the Boston area. There is a mama owl out in the arboretum right now, gathering food and feeding her babies. And I think that's pretty inspiring. So, we're continuing learning about critters and nature and wildlife that you can find out in the city of Boston. Today, we're going to draw the owl. And one of the amazing things about drawing owls is they're all made out of shapes that we already know how to draw and identify. Let's give it a try. Harriet Tubman, who many of us have heard about because she helped slaves in the southern United States escape free, was also an expert in nature. She used the hoo-hoo owl call as a secret signal as she was helping her enslaved community members get free and travel through the wilderness without maps and just relying on the stars in the woods for many, many miles. She knew all about plants, all about nature, all about birds like the owl. Isn't that amazing? And I'm going to show you two different ways of drawing owls because they all look a little different. There's different varieties of owls, including this one is kind of like the barn owl, who has lots of light brown feathers. And next, we're going to try drawing the great horned owl, who has little tufts of feathers on their ears. For this project, we're going to start with pencil first, but I'm going to use a marker so it's easier for you guys to see on the camera. And we choose pencil first because we can erase. If we make a line we're not quite happy with, we can just erase it and move on and make the changes that we want to make. Let's get started. Does anyone know what type of animal an owl is? Are they a mammal, like a bear? Are they a reptile, like a snake? Nope. And of course we know they're not a fish that lives underwater. They're a bird. That means they have feathers, beaks, wings, and claws. Okay, so I'm using some wavy lines to create a nice branch, an environment for our owl to hang out on. Is a nice wavy line. Next, I'm going to create an owl perching right on top of the tip of this branch, right here. And I'm gonna start with an oval shape. An oval is kind of like a circle that's been squashed. And then I'm going to add another circle on top for his head. Okay, so I have his head. Now I'm gonna add his tail, and his tail is behind the branch. The branch is in front of his tail. So I'm gonna add little like rectangle shapes, some stripes, because it's made out of multiple feathers. Then next I'm gonna have the owl's wings sort of tucked into his body, her body, their body, like this. Because this owl is not flying, so their wings are not extended. Next, I'm going to add the big eyes that help an owl see at nighttime, with the big eyes and, of course, a big pupil in the middle of the eye, and a triangle beak, and some triangle feet. Some toes that are 1, 2, 3 triangles. And now an owl's body is covered not in fur, not like my possum here, not in scales like a fish or snake. They are covered in feathers. And that's what makes them very soft and very quiet while they're flying. To give this owl a feather-like texture, I am going to use some lines that are kind of like letter U's lined up next to each other to give this owl like a nice soft looking tummy. Now I'm going to color everything in. I use marker for my lines, and now I'm going to use crayons to color everything in. Ta-da, here's my owl, and I looked in my crayon box and realized I had a lot of different shades of brown and decided to use all of them, and I'm excited I did that because I learned that there's lots of different shades of brown. There's light, dark, reddish, more blackish brown, and I was really excited to try that out. I'm really happy. This project inspired me to use my brown crayons today. This is one style, one way to draw owls, but we know that there's no right way, no wrong way to draw an animal, right? There's a big variety. Animals look all kinds of different ways. There's lots of different owl species. So I'm going to try drawing a great horned owl in a slightly different style, but still including the details like the feathers, like those big round eyes that help them see at night, and details like that. But different styles. So you can pick which one you like, or you can give it your own spin. If you got some sculpting materials, heck, you could even, if you have some sculpting tools or some cardboard, you could even make an owl out of cardboard. Choose your own adventure. But this owl, drawing like a giant letter U. And this looks awesome when you cut it out. Then I'm drawing another letter U on top. This is a little tricky, so I think I'm gonna draw it with my finger first to kind of figure out where I want the line, sort of practice first. Then I'm gonna draw it. See? Great horned owl. Next, I'm gonna do the same triangle claws. 1, 2, 3 for one foot, 2, 3 for the other. I'm gonna do those big yellow eyes with those black pupils. A triangle beak. This one I'm gonna try doing the wings flying out. Yeah. So I'm thinking about a triangle shape, but using the body as the last line. So 1, 2 lines, the third is right here. And I am going to do some of those U-shaped wavy lines to make my owl friend look like they have feathers. Okay, see, I drew all the lines with my marker, but I recommend using a pencil. Next, I'm gonna color it in again with my shades of light and dark brown, because a lot of owls have shades of light and dark brown to sort of camouflage or blend into the tree branches they tend to hang out on in their habitat. So, let's get to coloring. Ta-da! Here are my 2 owls. This one is named Harriet after Harriet Tubman, celebrating the fact that she used a hoo-hoo owl call to help in her amazing work liberating or helping slaves get free and travel to safety through the middle of the woods, which I think is amazing. Harriet Tubman must have known a lot about nature and about the wilderness if she was able to travel with groups of people and lead them through the woods without like a phone or without electricity or anything. I think that's amazing. So I named this owl after Harriet Tubman. And this one is named Fluffy because he's soft and fluffy. Bye everyone. Have fun making art. I hope you give this a try. Try drawing an owl, or I don't know, maybe you got some scissors and glue and are itching to make a collage. That's cool too. Bye everyone. Have fun making art inspired by owls, by nature, and by our amazing nature experts like Harriet Tubman. Bye everyone. Have fun making art.